How's it going, everybody? This is Martin Stokes here.
And this is Dean Scurry.
And I am a traveller.
And I'm a countryman.
Welcome to A Traveller
and a Countryman podcast. Let's have a bit of fun. Where do you get that from?
From me.
Ow. Saucer milk for table 2.
I think it's when someone asks you a silly question and you don't want to give them a silly answer, I just say, meow.
But it's annoying as fuck.
I know that's why I do it. Yeah, I love doing 9 things. Sure, if I could think of 100 more 9 things to do, I would do them as well, yeah. I'd probably do anyway. Let's do the weather. It's very, very cold out there. Promised 100.
It's not fucking cold.
It is
cold. Are you
cold.
making up the weather?
Teeming rain out there. Are you serious?
It's not cold. I'm sweating. I'm here in shorts and t-shirt.
No, I said outside, not inside. It's teeming rain out there right now as we speak, and we're promised the winds of, I think it's 19 miles an hour this evening. So obviously it's going to, there's going to be a big savings on fuel on the airplanes flying from city to city to city.
They'll get a kickstart from the wind.
Yeah, but we've lots of rain out there today, lots of wind, but I love it. Absolutely. I'm going home, when I go home this evening, I'm going out there and I'm just going to take a stroll around in that lovely misty rain. There's something special about it. It's just beautiful.
Walk around the camp, or will you walk around Ballymun?
Well, I will walk around my camp. I come out every evening, Every evening I come outside, we'll say before I go to bed, and I get that nice fresh air, nice quietness. Sometimes it's rain, it was a mist of rain. I love that part. I love that bit. And there's something just very, very special about it. The air, the sunshine, and the rain. Where's that come from? Come here. At what level in the sky, does the wind say, we know the rain comes from the clouds, or do you know that? Did you know that?
Yep.
Come on, Dean, you got that one right.
Thank you, Martin.
Right. So the wind is above or below the clouds?
Is the wind above or below the clouds?
Come on, you told me before you studied all this, remember?
Well, let's say you walk out there and the flags are blown.
Yes.
Is it windy?
It is. Yes.
And then if you go up to the top of the old tower blocks in Ballymun,
yes.
was that windy?
Yes. Now, I don't know, I've never been up there, but I'm guessing there would be, yeah.
And then if you go up in a hot air balloon...
Well, they're gone. The tower blocks are gone now, so I can't go up
there. You go up in a hot air balloon, do you reckon it's windy up there?
Yes.
So the answer is the wind is everywhere, every height?
At every height.
Above the clouds, in the clouds, below the clouds?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think?
I don't know, but I don't really think so.
So do you think there's no wind up where the clouds is?
No, but it's not that I don't think there's no wind from the clouds, but just think for a second. When you're in an airplane, and of course we travel up and up and up and up and up and we hit the clouds. Then we're going through the clouds. Yes? And then all above the clouds, it's all calm. Have you ever noticed that?
It's calm because you're in like a pressurised
Have you ever
airplane
noticed?
cabin.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
If you opened the window there, what do you think would happen?
No, I know that. But see, even if there was never wind,
You'd depressurise and you'd be sucked out.
Yeah, if there was never wind, sure, with the speed the plane is doing at 550 miles an hour, sure it's going to be pressurised anyway.
Yeah, there's super fast wind up there. Once you go over like 30,000 feet, the wind is super fast. Like it's travelling at serious...
The wind is?
Yeah, serious speed.
So the higher we go into the sky, the stronger the wind?
Up into the atmosphere, yeah.
So where's it all come from then? I know this is a bit, a bit crazy, a bit freaky, like we're talking about wind. Where does we know where the rain comes from.
I know a woman used to say.
We know where the sun comes from. Where does the sun come from? Go on, answer that one. Where does the sun come from? We get back to the rain and the wind in a minute, yeah?
It came from the explosion that created the universe.
The sun?
Yeah.
It came from?
The explosion that created the universe.
So what exploded? Right, I'm stuttering here, right? What explosion created the universe?
The Big Bang. We spoke about this before.
Well, listen, I don't remember. I need a rephrasing.
The Big Bang.
Right. So you think that a big explosion created the universe?
Correct. Well, science thinks that.
Science have been wrong 1,000,000 times over and over and over.
Yes. Where do you think the sun came from?
The whole thing has been created by God.
Where was it?
The whole complete universe has been created by the hand of God. That's what I believe.
Before God made
I
it,
think.
where was it?
Who created man? Come on.
Well, in your book, it's God.
God created man.
So there's different books.
So are you telling me that these scientists know more?
Dan?
Dan
what?
I won't even go there.
Dan God?
No, absolutely not.
That's what you believe?
I believe that God created the universe, yes, the whole world.
And you believe that God knows more than the scientists?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that that's what you believe. There are other beliefs.
Yeah, but like, come on, let's be real about it. Like, come on, let's not make two complete.
What created that phone in your pocket? Was that God or was that science?
God gave man knowledge and know-how.
So God created man and then man created science?
No, God gave man knowledge and know-how, so he made a phone. He used the knowledge that he received.
So the same scientists that you're saying don't know what they're talking about created that phone?
No, I didn't say all scientists. I said some of them don't know what they're talking about.
Some of them, just the ones that talk about the creation of the universe.
And some of them are probably millions, not just hundreds or thousands, millions.
Millions of what?
Millions of scientists. Yeah. They do everything for money, you know that? Absolutely everything.
All of them? You're being very, very generalist there. Generalising.
I'm very bold here, very bold.
No, you're being very general. Like that's like me saying all travellers are robbers.
No, I didn't answer that question. You never gave me a chance to answer that question. I was humming and hawing, and I was trying to give you a percentage there.
Winnie, he's humming and hawing.
So I'm guessing if I give you a percentage of scientists, in my understanding, there's it would be a majority, not minority.
Of scientists are only in it for the money?
Yes.
And are they the same ones who say that the universe was created from the Big Bang?
It's possible, yes.
I know it's bleeding possible, but in your head, what do you think?
I'll tell you what, if they made you believe that, at least it worked once. Have you believing that the Big Bang created a universe?
I believe in a few different things. So here's what I believe. Do you want to hear it?
I believe in God.
I believe in a thing called love.
Come on, yeah.
Here's what I believe.
So here's another one to say what makes the world go round. To say love makes the world go round. Then other scientists are saying no, money makes the world go round.
And other people say
other people saying it's tires that makes the.
It's the orbit of the Earth around the sun that makes it go round.
The blast of wind that makes the world go round. So who's right in all of this?
I'd say they're all half right and some of them are half wrong.
Some of them probably are, yeah.
Where do you think the sun came from?
The sun.
Yeah.
I think the sun was created again. God gave us the air, the sunshine, and the rain. So it was God's creation. Maybe it came from God.
Did God create all the?
It was part of His plan
to build
this world.
God create all the planets?
I think He created the whole universe, the whole world. Yes,
the whole universe.
I believe yes. No, I'm not what you call
all the stars and all.
If I said universe. And then I use the word, I'm not a universal person. Would that correspond to that?
Yeah, you're kind of very an earth-centered person. The world here, Earth.
Yeah, so we don't.
The other stuff that's up in the atmosphere doesn't really bother you.
Not a bit, because
you probably go up to about the clouds, and then you think above the clouds, that's where heaven is.
I'd say a little bit further than that.
Right. How far up?
Well, I haven't done any measurements yet, but I'm guessing it's a bit further than the clouds.
Just clouds all the way up and you keep going to the clouds?
Yes.
So you know where your explanation of you go up, then there's clouds and there's wind, and then you go above the clouds and it's all calm.
Right.
If you keep on going,
you find peace.
Because
you found heaven, haven't you?
Very good.
Wow.
That was a nice one, yeah.
Boy. I like that one there.
Yeah, it's like that's a little bit symbolic. It's not really literal. It's not like you're reading that from a book.
No, I'm not.
That's a feeling you're getting.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, it's what I believe. And maybe I'm getting the signs, the signals somehow. Like you said, it's a feeling I'm getting, but it's good. It feels good.
There's this woman I know, and she said she was describing the wind, and she said that wind's coming out of nowhere.
Well, see, there now, that's another thing. Where to come out of? So how high do we go above the clouds? And are you sure now, Dean, we have strong winds above the clouds? Because
yeah, well, they've measured the winds in our atmosphere, and they're, let's say, 600 kilometre an hour winds.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably more.
And above the clouds?
Yeah. Obviously, you can't see the wind moving. You can't feel it moving because you're not up there. You can't see it moving because there's no clouds in that space. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But if you're up there in, say, a hot air balloon, you're being dragged across, say, the Atlantic from America to Ireland.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
It's all right for me. It's like the thing, you know, the Gulf Stream. Did you ever hear of that?
I've heard of it, yes.
From the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
One of the reasons that Ireland down in Cork and Kerry and all the waters are a bit warmer is because there's this hot stream of water that comes up like a wind, but it's under the sea in the Gulf Stream. There's similar stuff happens like that in the wind.
Where is the Gulf of Mexico? You were almost going to answer, weren't you?
Were you going to think I was going to say Mexico?
On my way to Italy from the Gulf of Mexico, riding on. What's that one there? How's it a bit? I forgot.
That's a good song. Who's that?
Nah, it's lovely. Ernest Tubb sings that. Feeling mighty low. That's actually a nice song, you know. I just forgot all the words of it. That was all. First time I heard Ernest Tubb singing was 31 years ago. Brilliant singer. American country. So anyway, back to the air, the sunshine, and the rain. So obviously the air comes from what? Where does the air come from?
What are you talking about? The air we breathe?
For the air and the sunshine and the rain. Them ones.
The air we breathe comes from the plants.
Did you ever know, right? I know it's probably going from one thing to another.
Did you know that?
Did you? The what?
The air we breathe comes from the plants.
I don't know, honestly.
What were you going to say? Do I know what?
It's good, but I don't know. I really don't. It's hard. Look, it's hard to believe that. Come on, because if you were, how would I say? I know there's certain plants like flowers and stuff like that bring a nice, what do you call it? A nice smell to the area or whatever it might be, yeah? And the air, I think it's naturally in the atmosphere. Come on, it has to be. Sure, look, if you were out in a concrete jungle, we call it, right? Is there flowers and plants and stuff out there, yeah? Where would the air come from then? Or would you start sniffing the concrete for air?
Do you reckon that the air, you know the Amazon, do you ever hear the Amazon?
Yes.
All the trees there and those kind of like rainforests, they produce and clean the air that we breathe.
Yeah, there's something...
They're like the lungs of the world, you know?
Yeah. There is something very, very special about that. Like, for instance, if you went into, say, a normally warm day, just say, and you walk into an area where there's just literally walls and tar and concrete and all that kind of stuff. There's no beauty about it, if you want to put it that way. Or no, no relaxing feeling. But if you walk into an area where there's greenery, I don't know if you've noticed this, you have trees, you have grass, plants all around you, all that kind of stuff. There's something very, very, very special and healthy about it.
I was out hiking the other day and you were telling me I was mad.
Where were you?
I was up the side of a mountain in the forest.
Yeah, you weren't, I'll tell you why we were mad for starters. You were mad because you were climbing a mountain the teams are in. You had no proper tools with you in case you slipped or slide. Your phone was literally 1 minute your signal was there, your next minute it was gone. Supposing something did happen, if you slipped or slid and got hurted, yeah, and you couldn't make your way back by yourself, you needed help. Who's there to help you? Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call?
That's a thing you've said to me a few times. Like, if
did
I
say that to you?
No, but if I was out swimming and I didn't tell anybody, or I was up hiking the mountain and I didn't tell
exactly.
anybody.
I did talk about this before about swimming.
That's a worry that you have. I don't have that worry.
Dean, I don't have the worry about you. I'm saying to you, in my own specific way, yeah, is that I would not recommend it to anybody, no matter who, anybody. I'm talking about anybody. I wouldn't recommend it to you, for starters. I wouldn't recommend to a young person. I definitely wouldn't recommend to old persons going out walking on the sides of mountains on their own and then losing signal on their phones. God forbid.
So where are you going on your walking later on?
I'm going to walk in right around the site where there's about 400 travellers keeping an eye on me, watching me walking.
Making sure you're safe.
Yeah. Don't even need a phone. I'll throw my phone there.
Just tell a traveller.
Yeah. They'll be all out, Des Martin. He's out in the rain again. I used to go on lovely walks like that in that kind of weather in the evenings. Used to be lovely. Just something very relaxing about it. But anyway, back to your mountain. Back to talking about your side of your mountain. I wouldn't walk on the side of the mountain because I think it's dangerous. You're probably more open-minded to it and you probably have a better insight to the dangers around you. Probably have, I don't know.
Well, there's tracks and trails, so it's not easy. It's not too easy to get lost.
Yeah, but you're one of these lads that's, I think anyway, you're adventurous.
I'll go off track all the
You
time.
like to, if you spot something, like you spot a boat out there now in the middle of the sea, you're gone directing that boat, but you don't look down where you see have you even got a place for you to put a foot. And before you know it, you're at the bottom of the mountain. There goes Dean tumbling off the mountain. But yeah, Dean, they're the little things anyway. I don't know, maybe nobody else takes notice of these things. Or maybe they don't care. Me, yes, I'd be, what do you call it, I'm very serious about like safety issues. Now, I don't always get it right. Because I fell out the door myself a few times.
Are you too serious though?
I think I am, yeah.
That would keep you from going out and having the crack.
I wouldn't say that, like, but
I've asked you to go camping. I've asked you to come swimming.
yeah, but you're swimming out in the middle of the sea. I don't
Not
swim.
in the middle of the sea.
I can just about
Anywhere at all. I brought you out to the sea. You wouldn't even paddle
I
your feet in
can
it.
just about swim in a swimming pool. Now, yeah, I have been on the sea, but on the edges of it, I know my limit. I go out a little bit enough just to probably chest height, and do a bit of swimming up along it.
You must have had an old accident when you were a kid or something like that.
No,
did you?
I think it's all about the safety side of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but did something happen when you were growing up or something? Did you get dropped in your head or
What's the
something?
word for it? Conscious, is it?
Yeah, you're conscious. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm conscious about it. Yeah, that's right. And I'm the same thing with heights. I can't. I have no head for heights. I'm literally the worst in the world. Like if there's something now.
Remember, we went climbing the ladder in town to go and look at that art piece that Subset were doing.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, there you go. Remember that?
And I got the ladder, put it up against
You flew up the ladder. Is
I
that right?
flew up the ladder. I have no problem with heights or ladders or anything like that. And you got to about, there was 20 steps. You got to about step 10. You were halfway up and halfway down.
I don't even know if I even went. I don't think I went 10 steps.
You were halfway up and
Yeah,
halfway
but-
down. And we were trying to explain to you, sure, it's the same distance. Just keep on going up.
No, I couldn't do it. You can't
You
do
were
it.
trying to suss out in your head, I can get up there.
Yeah, I was
But how,
thinking.
how will I get down?
Well, yes, exactly. That would be another problem. Some people like that. I just haven't got a head for heights. It's very simple. Like if I went up to, say, if I went into, just say a hotel now, for instance, and I went to about probably 5 foot, fifth floor now, yeah? Well, then for me to be, say, let's say going to the window, looking out the window now, I'd be very, very careful about
I was only slagging you about going up to the top of the tower blocks in Ballymun, but you obviously were never up.
not if I was getting £1 million.
You know why abseiled down?
Sorry, €1 million.
You know why abseiled down the side of the tower block?
Yeah, I remember one time all the lads was a group.
I was there. Yeah,
coming down the sides of the towers with the harness. Is that
the
right?
harness and the rope, walk down the outside of it.
It was mental.
Oh, I love that.
What was in it for you? Tell me that.
It's a bit of crack. It's like going skiing. Why would you go skiing? It's a bit of crack.
The other thing as well. Do you know when you're on top of the building? Yeah, where did they have the harness stapled to?
Tied down to. Do you remember there used to be like a concrete square block on the top of it? So on the top of it, there was like the exit box for the lift.
Right.
So they had it like wrapped around that.
Is
You
that
know what I mean?
right?
Yeah. So it was tied down. It wasn't going anywhere.
No, obviously it would have been safe. You have to be safe, of course.
Yeah, it was 100% safe, but you still wouldn't do it.
Not for $1 million. No, but again, some people like that. I'm like that. I wouldn't.
And you wouldn't give me £1 million not to do it.
You wouldn't know. How's that? What sort of question is that?
You wouldn't give me £1 million not to do it.
No, yeah, I take the $1 million not to do it. No,
I
take the
wouldn't
million.
take £1 million not to do it.
You wouldn't.
No.
So basically, when you had a choice of doing it or not, You take the £1 million to.
I wouldn't take the £1 million. I'd do it.
This is confusing now.
I know. That's why I
So
said it that
you'd
way.
rather do that than take £1 million?
Yeah, but I'd take the £1 million, but I'd do that as
Dane,
well.
come on, be real. Come on. How do you expect anyone to listen to this podcast seriously to believe that
My
you
point
wouldn't
is,
take £1 million
there wouldn't be much to hold me back from
that
doing
you
it.
go
I'd be
first?
running to do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd take the £1 million not to do it, all right, but honest, but I wouldn't take £1 million to do it. No, absolutely not. No amount of money. But again, that's just me. I can't speak for everybody else.
Would
Can
you
I?
get on a motorbike?
Motorbike, no. Definitely not.
A horse?
A horse.
Ooh, we're getting to it now because I can see you smiling there. That's the traveller in you. Look at you.
Yeah, but the thing about the horse is you can sort of control that horse, can't you, with the harness again.
A lot of people say you couldn't. You control a horse. How are you going to control a horse? The horse will do what it wants.
They have a harness there for holding them back, haven't they?
So you have a little bit of control. There's
Yeah, if the horse goes out of control,
but there's handlebars on a motorbike.
jump off him. That's
Jump off. The safety conscious Martin Stokes is saying if the horse is trotting on, jump off it.
Would you rather jump off him before he hits the wall? You would, because that'd be me anyway. I can guarantee that. Motorbike, no. Motorbike is a very, very dangerous thing. To be honest with you, very dangerous thing. Did you ever notice? Right, this is how some laws can be very, very stupid. Right. Now, it's probably silly to even say why would you have one in the first place? There's no seat belts on motorbikes. It's funny, isn't it?
I had drunk water there at the same time.
Yes.
There's no seatbelt
On motorbikes.
on a motorbike
Yes.
because if the motorbike crashes,
Yes.
it doesn't have four wheels like a car. It's
No.
not stable.
Yeah, that's right. Go on.
So
Say it.
it'll be unstable and it'll fall on the ground.
Right.
And you'll be scraping along the ground on it.
So what is your point you're trying to make to me? Tell me. Go on.
If you're strapped to the motorbike and it crashes,
Yes.
you're going wherever the motorbike's going.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So do you not think? No, I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and act like a specialist about motorbikes or stuff like that. Do you not think that the most damage comes from when the motorbike, if a motorbike hits, say, whatever for whatever reason crashes, does the motorbike that come afterwards?
Say that again?
Is there not a great chance, right, that say someone hits on a motorbike,
Yeah.
touch wood and God forbid, hits something, yeah, they're gone flying off the motorbike, is that right?
They're going flying off the motorbike. It's like, let's say over the handles, yeah?
Yes. So then the motorbike comes next
After them, yeah.
and hits them. Probably many times out of 10 would you give that?
Yeah, that's
Depending
if
on
it's that type of impact, if it's
Yeah,
straight on.
Depending, yes.
Could be a side on or a rear impact or whatever.
So where's the scientific proof that it's actually safer to have no seatbelt on a motorbike?
So would you strap yourself?
Let's put it this way. Did you ever see them things on the say if you go to the YouTube, yeah, where these fellas are doing all the racing on the motorbikes? Yeah, 9 times out of 10 the motorbike comes and hits them. Well, not 9 times out of 10, probably 5 times out of 10, the motorbike comes and hits them afterwards. So what's doing the damage?
You're saying the motorbike is doing the damage. But if they're strapped to that motorbike
Yes.
and it's going 200 kilometres an hour
Yes.
and that motorbike goes into a wall, where are you?
Well,
Strapped to the thing that's in the wall.
On the motorbike, yes.
But if you're not strapped in, you have a chance at least to get off the thing. If it does crash and you go over the handlebars, you have a chance not to be hit by you as well. Yeah. But that's what you're saying. It's not 10 times out of 10.
No, I'm not.
It's not even 9 times
no,
out
I
of
said
10.
about 5 times.
Yeah, so it's half and half.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not completely saying that whether it is or isn't safer. But it looks like...
I think you should try it. I think you should get on a motorbike.
Why would you think I should try a motorbike? Tell me that.
You have the shape of a motorbike cyclist. You've got the head. I could imagine you in all leathers on your bike going around
So are you
on
saying...
a big 650cc CBR. You and Bridgie touring the Wild Atlantic Way.
So are you saying it's only well-fit, strong-toned muscle men that uses motorbikes?
Forget about it then. Get back on your horse.
Stick with the horse.
Get back on the donkey.
Yeah. Now, another thing. Buses.
Go on.
Buses.
Yeah.
Same story.
Oh, no seatbelts on buses?
No seatbelts.
Oh, so they have seatbelts, say, on school buses now. It's mandatory.
Right, yeah, they have. That's mandatory. All of the, that's not just
If you're
just
driving
now.
a car, there's a seatbelt on. But if you're on a public
Transport bus.
there's no seatbelts.
TFI, is it? Transport what? What's it for? What's TFI
Transport
stand for?
for Ireland.
Yeah, it took you a while to guess that one, didn't it? Anyway,
But there's no seatbelts on
no
buses, you're right.
seatbelts on buses.
What do you think that is?
There's never has been. So where's the
But
safety
there's
in
seatbelts
that?
on coaches.
And
There's seatbelts on coaches. If you get a coach up the
yeah,
Belfast,
that's right.
seatbelts on them.
Yeah, all
If
private.
you get the airport bus,
Yeah, but bear in mind, all coaches are privately owned.
private operators. So you've got the
So
insurance
we have
liability.
government making rules about this. It is the government that makes them about seatbelts, but yet they have their own transport with no seatbelts. Have you ever thought of one? Yeah.
I've never thought about that one.
Well, this is me. These little things I look out for sometimes.
And that's why I admire you.
So, but who gets away with it? Who gets away with it?
Your best mates, the government.
The governments,
The
yeah.
government.
The government, yeah. So that's how it is there, Dean. See, they get away with that because,
They're the gangsters.
now, I don't know why they get away with it, but they make the rules. Very simple. So that was the story there, anyway, about the buses and the wind and the rain and the air and the sunshine and all that stuff. So, again, and let's talk about now, because I'm running out of chat here for you, you know what I'm saying? I can't carry you through the whole podcast. Oh, did you know that the electric picnic, yeah, the one you went to last year, you, basically, no, I know, I think I said this before as well, I'm not sure now. You and all your kinfolk, now you might say, who is the kinfolk? I'm not talking about your family, okay?
All the rebel rousers that go to electric picnic.
All the settled people, basically. Travellers don't go to it.
Now I seen Martin Bean's ward there last year, so
No, did you?
yeah.
He must have been cleaning up the place because the mess you left behind you. Oh, good man, Martin Bean's ward. Fair play to him. So anyway, yes, you left a big mess behind you the whole lot. You destroyed the place. Have you anything to say for yourself?
With all the tents and all.
You were there.
Personally, now it wasn't me because I brought my
Oh,
own
wasn't
tent
you?
home.
How many thousand people was there?
Do you represent all travellers?
No, how many thousand people?
Do you represent all
No, I'm not
travellers?
saying that. I'm having a debate here with you right
I think
now.
there's something like 70,000 people.
70,000
Ridiculous
settled
amount of-
people.
Yeah.
At this. Now, I'm not having a go at the settled people, but this is a fact. This is what happened. It was on the news, and it took millions and millions and millions to clear up all the rubbish you left behind. All your chipper food papers and your bags and your whatever.
And they've got about 40 of them concerts every year in
Yeah, well, I'm
Ireland.
talking about this specific one, yeah? The picnic concert, yeah? And, again, do you not want to talk about it, no?
Oh, get on it.
Because you're one of them people that was there. And I want to know, why did you leave all the rubbish behind you? Come on, it wasn't on the newspapers. It was later on in the news because a traveller raised the issue.
Was it a traveller, was it?
Yeah, this is the debate here now, right? A traveller raised the issue why the 70,000 settled people destroy a community of such a nice atmosphere, loads of, healthy plants, trees, greenery all around you, yeah? And you talk about the ozone layer then, but yet you have no problem destroying the place, throwing your rubbish absolutely everywhere. And toilets also. Kicking the toilets all over the place you are. And you were going behind the bushes, and travellers used to get blamed for that 40 years ago. They don't do that today. But yeah, you had no problem doing it. You and your cronies.
Meow.
Yeah? So have you no answers for me, no?
Meow. That's the answer there.
I'm looking for answers.
I don't represent anybody else other than
It
myself.
doesn't matter who you represent. I'm not asking you to represent anybody.
So what are you looking for?
I'm talking. You're an individual. You were there.
Yeah, individually
What
I
have you
was
to say
there.
about this?
Your Honour,
I want to know what
Your
you
Honour,
have to
I would
say
like to have
about
the
70,000 people
I'd like to have
going
the
electric
court.
picnic to a nice big greenery, yeah, that's well looked after, lovely landscape, absolutely beautiful, yes? And yet, you and 70,000 other individuals, 70,001, you're the one, went there and destroyed the whole place. Cost the government millions, not just thousands, millions to clean up this place afterwards. You left tents behind you, you left shoes, Wellingtons, you left everything behind you, hats, caps, you name it. All sorts of rubbish.
I slept in my car actually last year. It was
You even
great.
left guitars behind you and all.
I might bring me camper van this year.
Yeah, so what happened? Tell me. I want to know, I need a little bit of an explanation for this. I want a small bit of an explanation just to satisfy people are listening to this and they're still wondering why after 12 months, why there has been no answers to a place, again, a lovely, beautiful landscape being destroyed. They're looking for answers. We need answers. So where's the answers?
I think people need
Has
to.
anyone got anything to say about it?
I think people need to realise that us being entertained as people isn't the main priority.
I don't understand that. What was that?
Us being entertained as people isn't the main priority. I think people go down to places like
What
that.
do you mean being entertained as people?
Like you're turning up and there's a gig on and there's,
and not caring about
and
anything
just
around
not
you.
caring. Yeah.
Not caring for the atmosphere, the greenery, the landscape, the whole thing. Not caring about
It's
that.
ridiculous.
Is that what you're saying? Is that
I'm
what
with you.
happened?
I'm with you 100%.
Are you?
I'm with you on that and the seatbelts.
Yeah, but you were there.
But I don't want to put a seatbelt on a motorbike.
But you were there. So come on, tell me, what was your reasons?
Well, I learned from being up on your side that tipping isn't good.
Did you learn is normal or illegal? Which did you learn? I want to know that.
A bit of both.
A bit of both. So it's illegal then. You know it's illegal.
And normal.
So it is normal. Are you saying to me it's normal to go to Electric Picnic and destroy the place?
Oh, people, that's what I'm saying. There's 30, 40, 50 concerts. Not just in Ireland.
I've made my point clear to you now. I didn't receive the proper answers. So I think I'm going to dismiss the case for the reasons that nobody wants to talk about it. Yeah? Obviously, you heard about a couple of travellers there years ago pulled into the car park because in Cork or Limerick. They left a couple of bags on one side, but they put them beside the bins there. Of course.
You're saying it's one rule for the settled person and one rule for the traveller?
No, same rules apply to all. Although all rules don't apply, most rules should. Are you lost for words?
What happened to boys?
I just told you what happened. They were given out to it, but for doing things neatly. A couple of nice camper vans, put a bit of rubbish in a few bags, left them beside the bins because they knew the lorry was coming around taking these bins and emptying these bins, so they didn't throw them all around the car park, like what they done in the Electric Picnic.
You're looking at me like I'm representing anyone other than myself.
No, I'm not blaming you for it, but I'm saying as an individual, you were there. What do you think of it? You tell me what you think about it. Is it okay to destroy the landscape now? That's what you're saying. Is it okay to throw millions of pounds worth of rubbish? That's a good one there. Millions of pounds worth of rubbish. How is rubbish worth millions of pounds?
I tell you what, some fella made a mint off all the camps that were left, all the tents, all the chairs, all the blow-up beds.
He collected them all.
So they let you go in for a couple of hours after the concert.
Yeah, but really what you're saying, clean the place up there.
Otherwise, someone's coming in with a grabber and just grabbing everything and throwing it into a landfill.
Right.
But there's this fella has set up where he's collecting the tents, cleaning them out, and selling them at a knockdown price or giving them to homeless charities.
Right. And the other thing about it is also, so they're going to let his picnic go ahead again this year, yeah?
Every year. It's sold out as soon as the gig ends.
So when is it now this year?
In September.
It's very short,
It's sold out the next year.
And they know the same thing is going to happen again, basically. They do.
There's some kind of wanky, we're going to have an eco-friendly concert, but it doesn't happen. Like there's 70,000 people down there. There's just rubbish, cans, bottles, tents, blow-up beds, whatever, strewn all over the place. And the place is massive. Even if you walk around it and when there's nobody there, it takes about 2 hours to get around the whole place.
Right.
Can you imagine how big that field is?
I have to rest my case. I think it's a disgrace. Absolute disgrace, I think it is. But listen, that's neither here nor there now, and the reality of it is, it's nothing to do with me because I wasn't there anyway. I've no plans of going there. If it was, I'd bring a rubbish bag and put a bit of rubbish into it, like, you know, and to dispose of it in a proper manner, like, you know what I mean? But again, that's your business, Dean. If you can't manage that, that's
Actually, I went in my car last year and
that's up to you.
I slept in the car with a mattress on it, and it was bleeding.
So are you
deadly.
going this year again? Yes.
I don't know. If I have the camper van, I might go. All it needs to do is piss rain for an hour or two, and the whole place is destroyed. Like
I know that.
There's just muck and slop everywhere.
How many times have you been at this?
Probably about 10 times.
Right. And what's the whole thing say? I know probably shouldn't use this word. Is the whole thing like a hippie show or something?
It's like music.
What types of music?
Every type of music. Reggae music, dance music.
But is there any official bands going to it? Or could anyone just jump up on the stage and put their head going for all they're worth?
Well, let's say there's about 30 different stages.
And beating each other up with guitars and stuff like that. What?
Is that what you're into?
No, that's what I believe happens down there.
So let's say there's about 30
I don't
or 40.
believe, I hear.
Let's say there's about 40 stages. There's probably 100 stages, all different sizes. Stages the size of this room and stages the size of this building. You know what I mean? Huge, big things.
And there's drinking allowed, is there?
There's drinking. There's quite a bit of drugging as well happens.
Right, but there is drinking allowed, yes.
Yeah, plenty of drinking.
Right. And say, another silly question, does there much fighting take place in it?
Not much fighting at this one, no. No, not that I've
That's
observed.
good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, it's a chilled out vibe. There are ones, the vibe when you get there is a little bit more heavy, and you know what I mean? People are there for a different reason. But Electric Picnic, thank God, seems to be one of those ones where everyone just wants to have a good time,
Yeah, just be
party,
happy.
relax, run around, go and see the bands they want to see, have the food, sleep in a tent full of bleeding water, and just hang out and have the crack.
So basically, it rains all the time. But obviously, that time of year, there's a chance it's going to rain.
There's a chance, like today.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Like yesterday was 20 odd degrees. Today it's bleeding, bucketing down.
Yes.
So you can't tell. We're in Ireland.
But it's beautiful. I like it.
Yeah. So what you do is you prepare for the worst, and hopefully you get the best.
So did you bring a tent, or did you sleep in the camper that you brought?
Someone brought a tent for me, but I also brought my car, and I slept in my car. The car was better because I could just put the mattress in it.
Obviously,
Put the
because
window
you
down
said
a little
it was
bit.
raining
I had the roof box on top, so all my gear was in that, so I had loads of room.
obviously, if it was raining and you have a tent, there's only puddles coming in and out through you. Again,
It doesn't matter how good your rain
as I
gear
said-
is or your tent.
As I said earlier,
you're
on,
getting
travellers
wet.
used to do that 40 years ago. And now today, the settled people want to become travellers. I can't make that out. I don't understand that, do you, Dean?
If we got the opportunity to do Electric Picnic or something like that,
I wouldn't go to it.
would you do it?
No,
Would you not?
not a chance.
If they said, look, there's a tent over there with a podcast, there's 400 people in the tent, we're paying you 500 quid to go down.
Would mean you go and do a podcast?
Me and you are going to do a podcast.
No,
Would you not do it?
no.
I was at a couple of podcasts in the Electric Picnic last year.
Could you up the price there a little bit, please, if you don't mind?
Would you not do it, no?
Money, what are you saying? Money talk.
Money talks, bullshit walks.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, but that's the crack. So you reckon next time you're going to bring a camper, yeah?
Might bring the camper, yeah.
So is there many campers in around it? And I haven't been at it, just what I heard and what I read at the paper, the news, and what I seen on the the Google News and all that. Oh man, my head was done in reading about it.
So there's people down there in
stay in a place.
all types of tents, from the very basic tent all the way up to luxury tents.
Whoa.
There's campers, mobile homes, there's people sleeping in their cars, there's probably people sleeping in ditches as well.
So you're allowed to bring a caravan into it as well, yeah?
You pay the couple of quid for it, like.
So tell me something, for
It's a
3
couple of
days,
quid.
how expensive is a ticket just for your car then?
I'm not sure. I haven't got a clue. I got like
So you stole in? Serious?
I say I stole in.
Travellers get discriminated for them things, you know that?
I had like a
And now
pass.
you-
But I can imagine for a 3-day pass with a camper van, it could be probably about 700 quid or something like that.
For a 3-day pass
With the camper van.
with the camper van. That's very expensive, isn't it?
I'm not sure if it's that, but the 3-day ticket or something is like 300 quid.
Just for a walk.
Just to walk in and probably camp.
Serious?
Yeah.
Well, I guess for someone that maybe likes that, it's probably okay.
Well, you're getting to see all the big names in the world in one place over 3 days.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
you're young or whoever you are and you're into music,
So is there much security around it then?
yeah, there'd be plenty of security, plenty of stewards, plenty of food, plenty of toilets. The place to be kept well, like
Kept well. Are you serious?
other than
After just what I told you.
other than the rubbish everywhere.
Other than it costs millions to clean up afterwards.
But it'd be well organised.
Oh, it's well organised, I know what you mean. So throw what you want and do what you want, kick what you want, push what you want.
Come in and give us your 300 quid. We'll put a couple of toilets in
Yeah.
and then leave your rubbish everywhere and leg it.
Yeah, and probably about 75 people queuing up for the one toilet, is that it?
How much is 70,000
70,000 people
by 300?
by 300.
Yeah,
Well, it's 370,000.
exactly. How much is that?
I don't know. I'm not good now right off the top of the head, like, but
It's a lot of dollar, isn't it?
yeah. Did you not do your maths in school, you know?
Okay, let's do it. 70,000 by 10 is 700,000. By 100 is 7 million.
By 300 is 21 million.
You know what I mean?
So they're making 21 million at the very lowest rate for 3 days. They're not actually making the 21 million because they're paying security,
They have to pay the
they're paying
acts.
staff, they're paying the acts, but
Let's say they walk away with
they're
10 million
getting-
quid
no,
after
they're
3
getting
days.
More. They're getting more. They get a lot more than that. If you give it at the minimum price, 300, that's walk in with a bag in your back and throw your tent out there.
They're charging other big prices for other tents and all.
So
yeah.
what about close up to the stages? What happens? Is not more expensive? Or is it just who gets there first?
Who gets there first?
So can you pull a 40-foot
No,
mobile?
I think there is like VIP wristbands and
I
all
was
that.
going to say that because if that's the case, can you pull a 40-foot mobile home and a big truck right in front of right in front of the stage for your €300?
And then they charge the vendors and all for selling their food. Like there's hundreds of food vendors.
Yes, and they're paying the
They're rates as well, yeah.
to get in. Maybe more than what you're paying.
So let's say they walk away with what, 15 million.
If we calculate 21 million,
You could double that.
I'd say double that. I'd be guessing double that. Now I'm not the best scholar in the world, like the mathematics.
Every year
Every year, yeah,
for that one festival, and there's 30 of them festivals happening around Ireland.
30 of them,
Some serious dollar.
and is these 30 all the same picnic
It
festival?
wouldn't be that size. That's the largest one.
But it is the same name, the picnic festival.
No, you'd have all different ones. Like there was one up in Bundoran, the Sea Sessions. There's festivals all over the
Oh,
place.
is that beside the sea? Was it?
Bundoran,
Yeah, you said the sea sessions.
yeah, right at the sea
Beside the sea.
where the surfing is.
Serious?
Yeah,
All right. And you think that's good? Dangerous around the sea, no?
the stage isn't in the bleeding sea.
No, I know that, but people are getting... you actually can get a floating stage. Did you ever know that? Hey, your man's going on the money. The stage is like a boat. He's on the boat.
I gotta fucking put you on the floating
It keeps
stage.
floating out. Yeah, but people getting drunk and being down around the sea and stuff like that there.
Ah, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Dangerous, I think, yeah.
Did you see that floating hotel they're putting refugees in England?
The floating hotel.
Yeah.
And you tell me, you contradict me about floating stage.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it, no.
It's like a big super tanker.
Right, come here for a second.
They're
Do we not
putting
have
hundreds, thousands of people onto it?
on the sea?
Yeah, out in the sea.
Is it anchored, like, obviously?
Yeah,
Has to be anchored.
it's anchored, look, but that's where they're putting them.
What the heck is that about? What's going on with them?
I think it's their response to immigration. The government's response to immigration.
That's crazy, isn't
Let
it?
them come in, but we'll put them out on the boat. If you want to come here, we'll put you out on that boat.
It's a way of saying you're not an English citizen.
Yeah, well, if you come in, you're going on the boat.
Nothing never comes easy. Nothing never comes.
I see another thing there about they're going from electric picnic to electric cars. And they reckon by 2035, there's going to be, not only is going to be no diesel or petrol vehicles, they reckon the EU is going to be putting a ban on them completely. For to make this, what we were talking about a minute ago, it's going back to one of the things again was about all that rubbish that you threw around on the electric picnic. They're talking about the ozone layer. So by having electric cars throughout the whole world, well, basically the EU anyway, it's going to make the environment cleaner, and that's their main aim, basically. So, what are you going to do for diesel? You got a diesel car there,
What are you driving?
electric car, a diesel, and they're going to keep driving it.
I don't think they get rid of diesel.
The EU they will do. They're going to be banned.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Why do you tell me why you don't think it's going to happen?
Well, where is the electricity for the cars coming from?
Well, they plug in and they.
So this is like the wind. This is
They're
going back
re-
to the wind and the sun.
they're
Where's
recharged.
the electricity coming from?
From the wind. Am
Do
I
you think
right?
it's coming from the wind?
From
No.
the sea? Where's it come from?
Coal.
Coal.
Yeah, and oil.
Yeah, but why have they got wind turbines?
Because they're trying to... The
It's
problem with the
powered
wind turbines
electricity.
is they've nowhere to store the electricity.
It's powered electricity.
Yeah, but they've nowhere to
and
store
the
it.
thing there is about a couple of years ago on the what you call it was a big thing about, however, I don't know how, it sounds silly to me, where they reckon they could power electricity from the sea, a certain depth of the sea. I don't know how they could do it.
Yeah, they've
but-
no problem powering stuff.
Yeah.
It's storing it. Where do you store the electricity?
I don't really know. There's something I never...
So that's the problem. There's no way to store the electricity once you generate it. You can store it temporarily.
So they have to use it.
So you have to use it straight away.
Yeah, but they're doing that. They're making billions of electric cars, buses, vans, trucks, you name it. Everything's going to be electric.
Yeah, but you're saying that for the environment and for the ozone layer, in your words, that they're getting rid of diesel, yeah?
Yes.
But they'll be using coal and
No,
gas.
Yeah, but again, some of these scientists that we were just contradicting about earlier on, some of them gets it wrong. Some of them gets these things right also.
I think we're going to go nuclear,
Nuclear. What do you mean nuclear?
like nuclear power stations.
You talking about blowing up the place or what?
No, that's nuclear bombs.
Right, come on. So explain to me about nuclear power stations.
So do you remember years ago there was a place across the Irish Sea called Sellafield?
Killed a lot of people. Sellafield.
Yeah.
Yes, the what do you call it?
This was a nuclear
Yeah,
power
they
station.
were going to thought it was going to blow up. Is that right?
Yeah, but it didn't blow up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
So there's a big fear about nuclear power,
Yes, come on.
right? Not nuclear bombs now.
Was releasing nuclear oxygen into the air. It was a big thing about that. I remember. I don't know everything about it, but I remember little bits.
Well, nuclear power heats the water and turns the turbine and generates electricity.
Right.
Yeah. So I reckon that that's what's going to happen. Rather than
They're going to create more of
rather
these
than
plants.
coal or gas or oil being used to heat the water to turn the
So
turbines.
you reckon they're going to create more of these plants? Is that it?
Yeah.
In different parts of the world?
Yeah.
They probably have them already.
Some countries have loads of them, some countries have none.
Right. So what's your main point you're trying to make then? Because I'm lost here.
My main point is that unless we go nuclear, we're keeping diesel.
We're keeping diesel.
Yeah.
So how do you know that's not the plan?
Go nuclear?
Yeah.
I think it might be the plan.
So is it good if you go nuclear?
Nuclear has a bad reputation.
That's right, yes.
Really bad reputation because people are afraid of it. Here's why. I'll give you a really good example.
Yeah.
What do you think about sharks?
They're lovely from a distance. And I'm talking about a long distance.
Do you think they're dangerous?
Well, I think, yeah, we automatically think, yeah, shark is dangerous.
Where'd you get that information from?
From probably people who know people that was bitten by sharks.
Or the film Jaws?
Yes, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of the same with nuclear power. We're afraid of nuclear power because
We hear so much about it, is that
in
it?
the 70s and 80s they made all these scary movies about nuclear power. But if you talk to a scientist who's worth the salt, they'll say
He'd tell you it's safe.
that's the safe one.
Yeah,
That's the
'cause-
one that we could actually build a country on. You know
But
what I
is
mean?
it safe? That there, blank checks. Dean, I'm telling you now, a lot of what's going on around the world, the money speaks the language, no matter what country you're in. Yeah,
Oh, 100%.
right.
And that's what I'm saying.
So,
So one of the stories out there is that the electric and oil and gas companies made stories up about nuclear power because they realised if we brought nuclear power in, that they'll lose out on the money. So we'll make people afraid of the nuclear power and we'll keep our game going, the oil and the gas, the coal.
so anyway, we're back to the electric. Yeah, you were
Back-
saying they can't store it anywhere.
Can't store it anywhere.
But what if it's getting used? Then they don't need to store it.
But they do need to store it because they need some kind of...
I'm not saying they don't need to store it. I'm saying is, if there's a certain amount of it getting used, they don't have to worry about storage.
So it's about finding the balance. How much of it do you use? How much of it do you store?
Yeah.
Do you have enough to store in case there's a big demand for it for something?
Yes, exactly.
And in this country, you know those data centres? Well, they reckon that they're going to, in this country, use about 30% of the electricity. So do you know, like the big factories like Intel and all that,
Yes.
that they're using 30% of the electricity of the whole country.
So is that good for them? Obviously it is.
Good for them. It's not good for us, though.
No, it's not. That's right. And maybe that's why electricity has gone so expensive at this stage. Because it's absolutely disgraceful, to tell you the truth. Crazy. And I'm not the only one saying that. A lot of people complaining about electricity. Especially businesses, small businesses, are literally, you might say, suffering for it,
The
punishing
great
for it.
thing about it is you don't have an alternative. You have to have their electricity in your house.
Yeah, and you can't do without it.
You can't do it without it. So you've no alternative. So you have to pay the money.
No, I'm not whinging. I'm only just pointing out something that's that's not fair to people, like public in general. Like, I'm not exactly whinging about it because the way it is with me, I just take it one day at a time and be happy anyway. There's no point in complaining. That's my attitude because no one cares, no one listens to you whether you complain or not.
You know, different people pay different prices for electricity.
Not really, no.
So let's say where you are, you've probably got a different rate
I'd imagine so, yeah.
than a house.
But I was going to say we are travellers. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Do you know what I mean? You've got a different rate
It's
than a
all
house.
good. It's all good, Dean. Don't get upset.
And somebody paying their bill by direct debit has
Yes.
a different rate than somebody paying their bill by top-up card. It's actually dearer on the top-up card. So the people who have less
because
money are paying the higher price.
There's a couple of services provided there. They charge you for your meter. Do you ever know that?
There's a standing charge.
It's like I think it's €1 and 10 cents a day now for your meter. There's some other name for it, I don't know. It's like you're actually renting
Yeah,
the meter.
standing charge is called.
The service of the cards. I know people mightn't understand it. To provide cards, it takes money to make these cards, so they charge you for them. So what's the other side of it you were saying about
The rate is higher for the people who are paying by card, like paying by top up.
instead of paying like say every
Direct
3 months
debit,
or
yeah.
so?
So the people who have less pay a higher rate. The people who have more pay a lower rate.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's not fair. That bit that the people who have less in this country pay the higher rate. People are struggling, probably living in poverty. They're living check by check by check every
right.
week, and they're the people paying the higher rate of electricity. It's ridiculous. Like
And the answer to that is what?
nuclear,
Who cares?
nuclear power, and sharks.
Now back to power again. I know we're talking about a few bits and pieces, yeah. Charging phones. Now people put the phones on charge at night and literally doze off. Now I'm not acting Mr. Perfect here. I know there's no sugar lumps left in the jar and all that, but this
So
one,
there's nobody in your family that charges their phone at night.
no,
go to
no,
sleep?
no way, absolutely not.
Not at all.
No, and I make sure that honestly.
How do you make sure you go around switching all the plugs off?
No, I'll tell you what it is. I have it put into their heads completely. Every single night, I'll tell them, check your plugs into leave no.
Is that for fire or is that for the cost of it?
Look, God forbid, right? Listen, no, it's not about the cost of it at all. It's nothing to do with the cost of it. It's because it's dangerous. Plugs can heat up at night. We all know that. Now, you might just say, sure, plugs can heat up in the day. Yeah, maybe so. But if you have plugs in there and only a certain amount of hours in the day, well, then why have them running for another 12 hours at night? I don't mean have them running. I mean, like, chargers specifically are a soft, I don't know what to call it. I'm not going to call them a software. I'm saying they're a very delicate piece of work, if you like. And did you ever put a charger in there into your plug and you charge your phone for, just say half an hour? You go and take that plug out.
Especially if it's not the charger
What's
off
the
that
story?
phone that you got with that phone.
sometimes there might even be manufactured.
Sometimes it might be one
right.
you got out of an old cheap shop or a
Yes,
garage or something like that.
That's right. The charger, 9 times out of 10, the charger's roasting hot. Yeah? So it is very, very dangerous. Putting phones on charge are probably the same thing for these iPads or tablets or whatever you call them, yeah?
I love all your safety announcements this week.
As I remember I told you earlier on, when it comes to safety, I go, as a fellow would say, I go above and beyond. I try anyway. I don't get it all right all the time, but thanks be to God, I'm doing good so far anyway. Please God, it will continue. Now the other thing, using phones. Did you ever use a phone while it's on charge?
All the time.
So here now, you're scrolling through your phone now.
And it's on charge.
Yeah, you know there has been a lot of accidents throughout the world with that, haven't you?
No.
The phone itself, there has been reports of phones, while they're on charge and people are using them, the phones actually blew up in the people's hands.
Never heard that before.
I've heard of it. I could say I've heard of it 3 different times.
Oh, I've heard of someone on their phone while they were putting petrol in the car and an electric static signal from the phone created a spark.
Serious?
Yeah. I've heard that now. I would use my phone while it's charging all the time, but I wouldn't go into a garage, pull out my phone, make a phone call and put the petrol in. That'd freak me out now.
I don't know. I've never.
Try it, man. I'm telling you now.
No, I won't try it. Why would I try
do.
something? Why would I try something if you're telling me it's
Try it, come
dangerous? Are you sick of me already? Yeah, you want to get rid of me? Yeah,
Please try
not a
it.
chance. And the whole garage blew up. Yeah.
Please try it. And then ring me while your phone is on charge and tell me how you get on.
So hopefully the explosion will go through my phone out on top of yours. But yeah, Dean, all these things anyway, they're
This is something you'd be thinking about, is it? The safety stuff.
no, it's just sometimes I am, as I said, I am safe about the about definitely now about plugs being plugged in at night. Not a chance. I wouldn't sleep. I get out always. That's one thing I always do, is make sure there's no plugs from TVs, radios, anything, but especially phones, because the phone charger itself is a very delicate mechanism. Very delicate.
I'll do the opposite of that now. In the sitting room that I have, so there's like an extension lead coming out of the wall,
Oh my God!
and there's about
Come on, Dean, tell me.
5 things plugged into it.
Serious? So you talk about nuclear but you're a bomb waiting to take off.
And I never.
So you have
unplug
this
it.
extension lead
Yeah, powered on the wall.
with all the 5 things goes into the one
And
lead,
there's a plug in every one of them
and they're left on,
all the time.
and I don't think that's dangerous.
I don't even think about it.
But then you were always a risky sort of a chap, weren't you? Yeah, you seem to be doing all the, you seem to be chanting all the dangerous stuff without thought for safety. You go walking in the mountains, you go throwing yourself into the sea, now a person around you. You plug in 5 plugs into one socket, basically.
Swimming with sharks.
Who's the swimming with sharks?
I'm only messing. I was trying to get you to swim with a shark.
You have imagination there. Would you swim with a shark? I bet you're going to say yes, but I'm not going
I
to
don't
believe it.
think I'd be into it.
Who was the woman there a few months ago was on the news where she went deep sea diving and the shark approached her and she started literally swimming with the shark. Yeah. She got on the back of the shark and just, this is like, imagine under the sea. But at the same time, she could have been net to bits with the shark. So whatever, I think she worked a charm. Yeah, she got on the back of the shark and just started going with the shark. Whatever.
What type of shark was it?
Don't know what sort of shark it was because I'm assuming if it was a killer shark.
She wouldn't have lived to tell the tale.
Bye, Jeffrey. That's how it would have been.
Meow.
Yeah. But look, that's neither here nor there.
It's none of your business.
I was just going to say that people might think it's none of my business, and they're right. It is none of my business. Hank Williams said that, mind your own business and you won't be minding mine.
Oh, give us the bar of that one.
Can't do that.
What's that one?
I said, Hank Williams said,
Yeah, go on, sing it.
mind your own business and you won't be minding mine.
So how have you been? Are you all right?
Yeah, all good. All good, Dean. Bit busy, all right. Doing a few bits and pieces. Busy with the family, of course, thanks be to God. Busy is good, because when you're busy, what was the one where the devil will find work for idle men? So when you're busy, you're finding your own work. You find your own bits to do. Yeah, I always find some. I try to keep myself busy anyway, because I find if it's very easy to get, the word I would use is very easy to get fed up. Very easy, but thanks be to God, I don't really let that happen to me because I try to keep on moving with something. Probably move until I'm tired and I had to do anything else. You know we're Rolling Stone. Don't got no moss. Did you ever hear that one? Buddy Holly. Brilliant. Lovely song, I'm telling you. I just wish I knew the words to these songs, Dean. All I know is one little bit. Some great songs out there where they have all these nice, what you call good meanings, like, if you like. But I sit for hours listening to songs sometimes. If I was doing a bit of work now, I put on a couple of prayers on my phone, do prayers with that, and then music time then. Put on a couple of songs then, and just, when I'm working, if I have a bit of music on, I can do my work a lot easier, enjoy my work a lot more. But some people don't even answer the phone when they're working. I know.
Little peek at me there.
I know one or two people anyway. I know one for definite. Won't even reply to a WhatsApp, give you a thumbs up or something like that. And you have the blue tick switched off, haven't you?
Yeah. I have the blue ticks.
Why
switched
not
off
at
on the
least have the
WhatsApp.
blue tick on? Why do you switch it off? So you don't want people to know that you actually seen their message, whatever it might be.
No, it's actually for the people so they can stop checking.
What do you mean stop checking?
There's no need to be checking. Just stop checking whether or not someone got your message or not. Just send a message and get over it.
No, that's a bit silly, I think.
So you like to send a message and then check if they got it or not?
I don't believe this, Dean. Hold on for 1 second. Please let me hit this one now.
That's a good one.
What? Where is the use of sending somebody a message, yeah, and not knowing whether they got it or not?
It's none of your business whether
It
they
is
got
your,
it or not.
It is your business because you're sending it to them. You want to know that they got it.
Yeah, but what if
naturally.
you don't know that they got it?
Well, then there's in suspense.
You are.
Is that the game you're playing, is it?
Well, I'm saying to you, get out of suspense.
No.
Stop thinking about it.
No, absolutely
and busy
not.
yourself with something else.
I think what I'm saying is right.
Don't be waiting
If someone sends you a message,
on my reply
why would someone send you a message? Tell me that.
because they wanted to say something to me.
Yes. So they want to know that you've got it. Is that right?
Yeah, but the first part is they want to say something to me. That's grand. You can say whatever you want to me.
No, you have it wrong. You see, this is where your weirdness comes in again. If someone sends you a message, only obviously they want you to get that message. Is that right?
Okay.
So for them to say, know that you got the message. That blue tick comes up saying, yes, I got that message. So now you know, look, he got it, so what more can I say? But then if it doesn't, you're thinking, maybe he didn't see it yet. So you don't know if he's seen that message. So if there's something that you really want him to know or hear, you're going to resend again, aren't you? So how do you know if it doesn't, if there's no response? The blue tick is it's like a response in its own way, if you want to put it that way. So now there's no blue tick. All right, maybe he didn't see it. But then again, oh yeah, he's seen it. It's all good now. He's seen it.
You're all right then. You can
yes.
get on with the rest of your day.
Well, yeah. If I send you a message, it's obvious I want you to see or hear that message. But if I'm left in suspense that you haven't seen it, not known,
So I'm the total opposite of that. If I send you a
and
message,
even worse again,
you see it or you see it or
and
you
even
don't
worse
see it.
again, no reply, no thumbs up or no like say 100% stuff like.
I sent Emma a thumbs up yesterday. She sent me back, what the fuck is that? Why are you sending me a thumbs up for? You know, like one of them.
Yeah, we're friends, like
We're
is
friends now. I had to make an excuse up. I was going, there's paint all over my hands. I
it?
couldn't.
Yeah, that you couldn't send a message.
I'm brutal with
So
all
she was the
those.
same way then. She wanted you to reply to some way in some way.
Yeah, I'm brutal with all those emojis and all that.
Yeah,
type of
that's
stuff.
stuff for you. Because you're some people probably wonder what's wrong with this guy. He won't even reply or he won't
None of your business. Get over
thumbs
it.
up or he won't even a blue tick or one thing or another just to say that he actually seen the message.
I like a little bit of privacy.
Now I think you're just being weird. I think you're you just want to be, I could be wrong, you just want to be different from everybody else, isn't it?
Elusive, like.
I don't know. It's just it's a hard one to figure out, honestly.
It's easy for me to figure out.
Now one thing I tell you
None
about
of your business whether or not I got your message.
No, you're right. It is my business, yeah.
No, it's not. It's none of your business.
It is. This is another weird one you're coming up with again. It is. If a person sends you a message, then the person that sends you that message, it is their business because they're sending you the message.
No, it's your business to send it. It's
No.
not your business whether or not I got it.
No. But yeah, but you have to make it your business.
So let's say you wrote a letter
Yes.
and you put the letter in the postbox.
Yes.
Done.
Done what? What's done?
That's it. That's all that you should be interested in.
No.
You don't be waiting around on the edge of your seat
No,
for
it goes-
weeks going, I wonder if she got that
no,
letter.
you wouldn't do that, but you'd like to know that if the person received that letter. Suppose the letter went astray, and the person may be thinking on the opposite side. Gee, he never wrote me a letter for one reason or another.
You're overthinking this.
I'm not overthinking.
Just let it go.
Dean, I'm not over. This is the reality. This is the world we live in. It's actually, in case you haven't discovered it yet, it's called keeping in contact from both sides.
Yeah, but I think there's too much contact.
Yeah, but this is where the weird part about you again. That's the problem, you see.
There's too much. We don't need that much contact.
So, what do you mean we don't need contact?
We don't need that much contact.
Are you saying there's a bit of an alien in you or something, is it?
I'm saying
That you're alienated?
ease off on the communication, lads and girls. We don't need to be in touch with each other all that. It's good to get in touch, and
No,
you'll
that's
get
a
in
good
touch
one
with
there.
me.
That's nice.
You'll get in touch with me, when you need to, and I'll get in touch with you when I need to.
No, just what you said there, ease off, boys and girls, with the contact. No, I think that's bad advice. Supposing there's someone out there and they want to contact somebody as a friend and they'd like that friend to reply to them in some way. Isn't that contact? Contact is probably one of the most things that sort of, you might say, keeps the world going.
Yeah, so
It's a big,
in that situation,
it's probably one of the biggest
you would
things.
communicate that message. But what I'm talking about is the trivial stuff that we're sending each other all the time.
Suppose someone
It's
sent you a
just like
message, right?
nonsense all the time.
Suppose someone sent you a message, yeah? No, I won't be doing it. And
Yeah.
I haven't done it.
You sent me a message
If I
last
want to
week
say-
saying, Dean, is there any chance me
If
and
I-
you could
if
hook
I-
up because I want to have a good chat with you? And I was there within 10 minutes.
If I wanted to say to you, right, about, I was talking about the camper van. Go back to where I was 2 seconds ago, right? Somebody sends a person a message. Yeah, they might want to do just a conversation, basically. And that person doesn't reply. Isn't that very, very ignorant?
No.
It is. I don't care how you say it. You cannot be right. all
I
the
can't
time.
be right if you're wrong.
You can be right. Yeah, I've been wrong millions of times. And I'm probably going to be wrong another million times. But the one thing I'm going to try to do is get it right. So I'm going to try and get this one right. If a person, say, even a young person, right, trying to contact another young person. Could be a friend, and that friend didn't reply to them. Maybe they want a conversation or a chat. There could be anything on the other side of the line that they want to talk about. Could be a shoulder to lean on or whatever. It could be anything like that there. And you tell me it's not ignorant. Now, they might be doing it through ignorance. Maybe they're too busy or something like that there. But you know exactly what you're doing. You are fully aware of what you're doing. But you don't see the side of it where the fact that you're actually ignoring somebody is healthy. Is that what you're saying? Because you give me a very, very bad explanation there. You're not really even trying to.
So let's say you text me of a morning, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I'd probably call you. I wouldn't text you. I'd probably call you. But the problem is you won't answer your phone anyway.
Oh, I don't have answer my phone. My phone's
And you
on,
don't answer your texts.
my phone's on silent all the time.
So yeah, I think you're a bit of an alien. I'm beginning to think that anyway.
I don't mind a bit of alienation. I don't mind a bit of solitude of being on my own.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
So would you be one of these strict guys now if you're working and you won't answer the phone?
Oh no, if I'm working, I answer the phone.
Are you allowed to answer the phone in the job you're in?
Yeah, probably not.
You either are or you aren't. Which is it?
It depends on who it is.
Yeah?
If it's my girlfriend, I'll always answer the phone.
Oh, wow. Dean the loyal, huh? We call you Loyal Dean now, will we, yeah?
No, because there's nobody really that I need to be in that much contact with other than my girlfriend.
Suppose maybe that show you. Yeah, obviously, of course.
Do you know what I mean? If my dad sent me a message, I'll be on to my dad. If my ma sent me a message, I'll be on to her. My brothers and sisters, I'll give them a couple of hours. I'll give you a couple of hours.
Yeah.
I'll just let it.
You don't have to worry about me because I don't phone you anyway. And I don't send you messages. So you needn't worry about me. You can take me off that list.
If I'm working on a project with somebody, we'll be back and forth. We could be back and forth 30 times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're working on something. But if it's just somebody just trivial stuff, I'll leave that for a while and then it might go off the boil and they mightn't bother with that issue anymore.
That's selfish. That is absolute selfish. So basically somebody could be trying to contact you.
About rubbish.
No, it mightn't be rubbish. You never know what it's about. If you're not answering that phone or you don't try to get back to them. Now, I can't honestly sit here and say that I've never got missed calls or that I've always got back to people that phone me or maybe send me messages.
Yeah, you haven't, obviously.
I can honestly say that happened to me lots of times.
Yeah.
But not with my full intentions. I would genuinely maybe at that moment be caught up on something and I couldn't get back to them and I'd say, yeah, I'll ring you back in a minute.
Yeah, that's true for me as well.
No, 1 second now. You just brought out a complete different side of it. I can honestly say that I will try, and I have at times went on a complete day without getting back to a certain person, but
That makes two of us.
only no. You do it intentionally. I don't. I will do my best to get back to who. If someone rings me, I get a missed call. I'll always try my best to get back to them. Always. Sometimes I'll forget, depending on how if your mind moves to something else, or you end up doing something else, or whatever it might be.
Do you think I'm doing it intentionally?
Like I've often got
Like
calls.
disrespectfully?
No, I don't mean it that way. No, I don't mean it's bad. I don't mean it's anything bad in it. I've often got calls, missed calls on my phone, and it could be 4 or 5 hours since I got that call. And my call list to be there. Gee, I didn't know they rang me. That kind of way. I'm sure it happens to everybody.
That happens to me all the time. And
No,
one
you
of the
just
reasons
said
that
you
happens
just
to me-
admitted earlier
one of
on
the
that
reasons
you
that happens to me is
deliberately do it.
My phone is on silent all the time. Do not disturb is on all the time.
Yeah.
Everything, all ringtones, all bings, bangs, bongs, they're all off all the time.
So it's literally on silence, basically.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So I'll see a missed call if I pick up my phone, or I'll see a WhatsApp if I look at my WhatsApp. If people text me on WhatsApp, won't see that I looked at it, but they'll see me response if I respond.
We just talked about that. And it's weird.
Yeah, maybe it is a little bit weird. But I've sussed out in my head, if people are waiting for me to come back to them, they need to get on with the rest of their lives and do some other stuff.
Oh, Dean, that is
Just
so
get on with other
silly,
stuff.
I'm telling you
You're
now.
waiting around for someone to... What's it called?
I don't think anyone is going to specifically wait around just for you to get back to them.
Or anybody to get back to them. Stop looking.
Nah,
Put
I
your
don't.
phone down and stop looking if people are responding to your text or looking or have received your,
That's a bad
your
attitude.
message.
I think that's a bad attitude to have. Honestly, I think it's a bad attitude to have. because that means then the people that's on your call list, if they're on your call list, and they're ringing you, and obviously they're on your call list if you can tell who they are. Cause would you answer calls that's not on your call list? How soon would you answer them?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't at all.
If a number came up I didn't know it,
You wouldn't answer it.
wouldn't answer now.
I would, yeah.
Nowadays, like in the last 5 years, there's been so many chancers and fake calls.
Wow.
Just stop answering them.
Are you
Any
saying
number
you've
that
been
I don't know, I
stalked?
don't answer. If it's a mobile phone number, I'll text back, who this?
Are you saying you've been stalked?
Who this?
Are you getting stalked? Dean is getting stalked, boys.
By some troll from
you're
Russia
afraid-
trying to empty me bank
So you're afraid to
account.
get you're afraid of getting stalked, Dean? You just by a phone call, is that it? Dean, where are you, Dean?
So there's a thing from a film. There's a thing from a film.
Yeah.
And
Is that you behind the glass, Dean?
someone picks up a phone and they go, "Who this?" And
Yeah.
so that's what I text.
Hoorah.
That's what I text people back. Who this?
Do ya?
WHODIS question marks.
So you just shortened the sentence now.
Who this?
Hoorah, hoorah.
Why you what?
Why you what?
What you what?
You cool guy. You cool guy. Why you what? You cool guy.
Who this?
You want saw finger? You're slagging. Who you slagging out?
I think I might take that one out.
That's not right.
I'll take that one out, will I?
It's not having a bit of fun. We're not really slagging anybody, are we?
No.
I'm actually slagging you, but because you said who this, so that's where it all came from. Oh my God, I don't know, Dean.
There's a character that I used to do. I might actually put it out at the end of this podcast.
Yeah.
So the last bit of this podcast is a character I used to do called Umbeki.
Becky.
Yeah, and it's kind of like an accent like that. Funny. It's funny.
What is it though? Tell me what it is.
You'll
right?
have to wait to listen to the podcast to hear it.
Is it a sentence or...
No, it's like me ringing up like the Department of Foreign Affairs and all.
And you recorded it?
Yeah,
Serious?
yeah. It's funny. I leave it at the end of this. You can have a listen to it. It's Umbeki. Hello, this is
It's
Umbeki.
Becky. Did you change the accent? That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's me doing it.
And who you actually phoning? Nobody.
Yeah, like the Department of Health and all. Department of Transport.
Yeah.
Department of Foreign Affairs.
Part of your comedy show or something?
Yeah, I used to do it as a little skit. I ring up Department of Foreign Affairs.
Like a prank thing, is it?
Yeah. Telling them that I wanted to have an affair with a foreign woman.
Yeah. And we asked them, how do I go about this?
That's what I go about it. I ringing up Department of Transport to see could I get a taxi to Bray.
Yeah. Serious?
Oh,
So
funny.
was that you that phoned up them and told them about the cigarette lighter?
What was that one?
There's gas. He smells the gas and he's home. And some of them asked the fire officer asked him, "Where is that? Get out of the home now, whatever how it goes anyway." And he said, "Is there anything around you?" "Yeah, I have a cigarette lighter here," he said. It was stupid.
Oh, very good.
It was actually wasting time because with the phone, you don't phone fire officers and I'm pranking them. Like, you can't do that.
We used to do it years ago. We
No,
used
you
to,
shouldn't. You
we-
shouldn't have done
When
it.
we were kids, we used to pretend we were the IRA.
Yeah?
Yeah, and we'd ring up and we put on an Northern Ireland accent. Is this Amanda? We've got your Billy. Oh, sorry, wrong house.
What does she say? Keep him, make sure you feed him and wash him.
We'd be like 14, 15, 16 sitting around having
Yeah.
a can or two and we just go through
Yeah.
the phone book. Remember the phone
Of
book?
course, if Billy was from Ballymoon, he was happy to be kidnapped into a better family.
Remember the White Pages phone book? You just go through it and you'd pick out a mad name, Mr. and Mrs. Turkey.
Is that what you used to do? Yeah.
And we'd flick through it. We'd ring them up.
It was crazy too when you think the phone book was like, it was personal details, wasn't it? People's phone numbers on it.
Phone number, name, address.
I was going to say name and address, the whole lot. Mental completely.
I'm wondering, do they still do the phone book? Could you still get the phone book?
No, there's no more phones. You can't see no phones in the streets. And that's where the phones book used to be.
If you had a landline in your house,
Yeah, but the
they
phone book,
delivered the
they used to
telephone
have the
book.
phone book in the phone boxes, remember?
We had a landline in our house. At one point, we actually had a coin one where you put coins in, but they'd send out the telephone books.
So did the next door neighbour ever come around to use the phone with the coins?
People did all the time.
But what about some of them used to take the thing for the bomb, but where there used to be there was like a little slot in some of the phones.
And you stick it out, lollipop
It'd
stick
hold-
up it.
No, it would hold the coins.
Yeah.
and say the Telecom Air at the time, was it? They come around and collect the coins out of the phone. That was an old thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we used to jam a little lollipop stick up it. So when somebody hung up the phone,
Yes.
the money that they didn't use would drop down into this little
Slots.
slot, but they wouldn't get it out because we had jammed the lollipop stick up it,
Right.
and then we'd go around every couple of days collecting the change. We'd take out the lollipop stick,
Oh, the phone, the public phone.
the public phone.
Ah, yes.
It was a little way of making, a couple of quid a week or whatever.
So the money went into the slot,
Yeah.
but it wasn't coming out in the.
We had the slot jammed.
Yeah.
We'd go around and then empty all the phones then. And you might get 50 pence on one and £2 on another or something like that.
So basically, you were a criminal. That's what you're saying. You were a thief.
There was loads of those things I
You
done.
were a thief.
Did I tell you that one I done before? When I was in the comp school here. I used to rob people's lockers. So I'd say I'd go up to the locker and I'd put the lock up, turn the handle on it and take the book out. And then you'd close the locker back up. There'd be kids in the school going, my books are after being robbed. And I'd go around all the classes going, if anyone robbed your book, come and tell me.
Oh, so you were the gangster in the school, is it?
If anyone robbed your book, come and tell me.
So you could sort it out.
I'll get your book back.
And how much were you charging them?
I'll get your book back and I'll only charge you £1 a book.
And how long did it take them to cop on that you were actually the
they
thief?
didn't at all. And then I got a job in the bookshop.
Yeah.
So I used to take their... So what I used to do was sell books from the bookshop, but I'd swap them with the books that I was robbing. So I was making more money because I was selling new books and replacing them with second-hand books. So someone would go, me maths book got robbed. I'll get you a new maths book, but it'll be £3. And I would have taken their maths book that I robbed and swapped it with the one in the shop.
You brought a new one back to them.
I brought a new one back to them.
So basically,
I could charge them more money. How do you get more money out of them? I gave them a better product.
But you were robbing from your job. Like, how did you... what
Robbing
did-
from the school, from the shop. I was only a student. I was only a kid, like 15 years of age, fleecing the place.
15 years of age, you were still old-fashioned enough to know not to be robbing, weren't you?
Yeah, but like it was like an apprenticeship that I was giving myself. You have to learn the ropes somehow.
So you were educating yourself by being a thief. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's any of the stuff that I get involved in is all just for the education and the experience of it.
Even robbing.
Well, I would see it as like an apprenticeship, yeah.
So today now, this age, would you rob?
No, I'm brutal. I'm brutal at robbing.
Serious?
Yeah, I get all nervous and all. Then I was fearless in that regard. But now I get a little bit self-conscious and I'm like,
Is it brutal because you're nervous, or is it brutal because you know it's wrong?
well, yeah, the conscious thing kind of kicks in. I'm like,
So you realise now at
why am
50
I
years of
actually robbing
age.
this thing? So I was in Boots.
So you realise now at 50 years of age,
That's taking a while.
stealing is wrong. So
You might as well, here,
So it took you 35 years to learn this.
you might as well learn the lesson at some point. I was in Boots the other day. I got my tooth out and I needed an ice pack to put on my tooth. So I went in, handed in my prescription, picked up the ice pack and got into my car, waiting on my prescription. And then 10 minutes later, I got back out. And on the way back out, I realised I'm at the robbing that ice pack.
You never paid for it.
I never paid for it. But I went back to the
Yeah.
car, picked it up and paid for it. But I've done that before where I haven't gone back to
Yeah,
the car.
but the opinion I'm getting now is that you only went back because you knew the camera was on the back of your car.
Yeah.
Your registration was picked up. Oh, I don't know, Dean. Huh?
I don't do the robbing anymore. I used to even get, say, a robbed bike or a robbed wheel. And then one time I was cycling my bike and I think the back wheel was robbed. I bought it stolen off somebody.
Yeah.
And I got about 30 punches in one day and I never done that again.
So you felt this has happened because it was stolen.
Exactly, 100%.
So anyway, Dean, this is what? Episode 44, is it?
This is episode 44. There was a girl actually across the road. She works in a coffee shop across the road and she goes, where's the next episode with you and Martin? And I said, well, we're recording one this week. It'll be out next week. And she goes, I use them every night to go to sleep. Just put the headphones on, get into the bed, put the headphones on, listen to us talking shy for an hour and a half and just fall asleep.
Did you tell her the reason we haven't got more is because you won't answer your phone?
So here, let's put in some subliminal messages.
So what?
Subliminal messages.
Whoa, hold up there, Dean, wait now.
Because people are listening to this,
Yeah,
they're in
I
bed,
want-
they're sleeping.
Yeah, well, if anyone listens to this now, We're going to find out what this word means coming from the educated man.
It's like this. Watch.
Subliminal.
Yeah.
Subliminal.
Subliminal.
Right, sublime. I heard of sublime. Subliminal. Come
Did
on.
you ever watch an old film, right? And something flashes up on the screen for a second.
Right.
Did you ever see that?
Go on.
Well, that's a message. And they used to do like advertisements for like Coca-Cola and all.
Yes.
It'd come up with like a half a frame, quarter of a second up on the screen in the cinema. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure about
Drink Coke, but it'd be really fast. It'd be that fast you couldn't see it.
Right, go on then. What were you saying subliminal?
I'm going to put it subliminal. So there's people listening to this podcast at night in bed with their earphones on.
Yes.
You OD in €20. Put it into his Revolut.
Yeah. What would Martin share? Is half that or is another 20?
Share this podcast with everybody in your WhatsApp.
It sounds like the film, the comedy, scary movie, isn't it? The comedy one, yeah.
In the morning, as soon as you wake up, get onto your phone and send this podcast to everyone in your friends group.
I think you're going to have to hold the ha-how, yeah.
Aha.
Cause the ha-how, hold the ha out. Hold out the cap. Because you're not in short of begging there now.
Well, come here. I've seen a couple of lads I know were at the Puck Fair in Killorglin. Have you been down there?
No. Where's Killorglin?
Killorglin is in Kerry.
Killorglin. I heard
It's
of
the
Killorglin.
start of the Ring of Kerry.
Right.
I was on my Holly Bops in Kerry last week.
I was going to say that was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Killorglin is where the Puck Fair is, the goat that they put in the cage. It's full of travellers, horses and all
yeah,
that.
a lot of travellers go to a lot of fairs. They don't go to electric picnics, I know that. But they do go to a lot of fairs.
They
But
don't have foreign affairs.
that's no foreign affairs. They're not allowed in.
You don't have the entry fee.
That's a thing for years and years with travellers going to fairs
Do
like
you
that.
go to them?
No, but a majority of travellers go to them in line of where they would be dealing in horses or wagons or carts or probably dealing in anything now. But yeah, and I imagine that I would like to go to one of them. Yeah,
Right, let's wrap it up. Episode 44.
44. Yes.
A traveller and a countryman. Sending all the love out. See us on the road.
Okay, go on. God bless.
Transferring to an operator. One moment, please.
Afternoon, Department of Foreign Affairs. I can help you.
Hello, how are you? My name is Umbeki. I am very new to Ireland, and I was wondering, can you give me information about divorce?
Where's the boat?
No, about
About divorce.
divorce. Yes, thank you very much. My English.
We wouldn't have any information on that, I'm afraid.
I'm having an affair with a woman, but she is not from Ireland. So I'm wondering, how do I get information about divorce in Ireland? She is a foreign woman.
Well, that would be from a solicitor. You'd have to contact the solicitor.
I have a wife, but I'm having an affair with a foreign woman.
Well, then you'd have to contact the solicitor. They're the only ones that can advise you on that, okay?
One more thing. Can you give me information about how to acquire a cheap television?
I'm afraid I wouldn't have that information.
I am very sorry for wasting your time. What is your first name? Sorry?
My name is Jenny.
Jenny, thank you very much for your time. Bye now.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sorry, where is this?
Department of Health and Children?
Hello, my name is Umbeki.
Yes.
I am very new to this country. I am very sick. I'd like to know how to get a free medical card for free.
Good afternoon, HSE Infoline. Can I help you?
Hello, I am Umbeki. Where is this?
Hello.
Where is this calling?
You're through to the HSE National Call Centre.
Okay, I am Umbeki. I am very sick. I'd like to know how to get a free medical card for free.
Yeah, you would have to apply for a medical card. I can send you a form out in the post.
Okay, I have a rash and I cannot go to the beach today. I'm wondering, how can I get the form today?
Yeah, from your local health. Where do you live?
I'm now in Balbriggan.
Yeah, well, if you went to your local health centre in Balbriggan, they'd be able to give you a form.
Okay, can you tell me information, one more thing, about the contraception in your country?
That in relation to, well, I mean, what to be...
In relation to contraception?
Well, I mean, it would be available through pharmacies or, through GP.
Is it available for free?
Well, I mean, all medication that's listed on the GMS scheme would be available if somebody has a medical card, but if they didn't have a medical card, they'd have to pay for it, for over-the-counter medication or whatever, you know, if it's medication.
And can you pay under the counter?
It is. They are available in the pharmacies.
So there's no black market in contraception?
No, I mean in relation to condoms or whatever. Condoms, yeah.
Condom.
Yeah,
What is condom?
It would be available through the pharmacies.
What is it?
But it is a form of contraception.
Okay. You have been very helpful today. Thank you very much. What is your first name?
Nula.
Thank you, Nula.
Okay.
Bye now. Hello?
Hello,
Hello, who am I speaking to?
you're on to the Department of Defence.
I'm wondering, I am Umbeki from Untuto. I am wondering, can I get my child into karate?
I'm afraid you're on to the wrong people. You're on to the Army.
This is not for defense.
Yeah, you're on to the Army.
My children are in school. They are from Untuto and they are getting bullied, and I'd like to have self-defense.
Well, it's no use talking to us. We've got nothing to do with that.
Not for
You have to get on to the Department of Justice or something like that.
Not for self-defense.
Pardon?
For self-defense.
No, you're totally wrong.
So, like, I give you example, like Chuck Norris.
Sorry?
Like Chuck Norris.
Goodbye.
Sorry, hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello, my name is Umbeke. I'm finding difficult to get into city centre. Can you tell me when the next bus is to city centre?
I'll give you the number for Dublin Bus. Is it Dublin Bus you're talking about?
I'm not, no, I am in Balbriggan. I like to go to Baltbridge.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering, is the transport, is the bus?
yeah. Hold on now. Now, the number to ring is 8734
8724
34.
32
No, 8734
8734
222.
222.
That's the number.
And can I give you my phone number in case I cannot find the information?
No, because they give out the information. We don't.
And can you tell me one more thing? How much is the fare to Bray?
Oh, we wouldn't know that. You'll have to check with that number.
Can I get a taxi to Bray?
That we can't help you with that.
But I need to get to Bray, and this is the transport. This is Department of Transport.
Yeah, but see, we don't deal with taxis.
Why not? It's not transport, no?
You want the number for trains?
What is this?
You want the number for trains?
What is this?
Trains.
What is this?
Railway.
I don't know. What is the railway?
Nothing never comes easy. Nothing never comes easy.
So that's us for this episode, a Traveller and a Countryman podcast. If you like it, let us know, share it around, and we'll see you on the road.